Welcome to day 69 of 100 Days of Startup, where I, Rod Danan, am building Prentus, where we connect startups to skill tech interns that they can hire. So today is a Monday. You know we gotta get productive. Usually I'm not productive because I sleep like shit, which honestly I did not sleep well last night, but powered through. Skipped the gym, which isn't good, but we did well. So let me dive into it. Got the day off started. They started with design reviews, and honestly spent a lot of my day in Figma. Just both onboarding the new designers, but also talking to the old designers. One more designer is gonna have to phase out in 2 weeks, so that's definitely news that we have to adjust. And they're one of the best designers, so that's disappointing. But we got three new ones that we added that are very talented. So it's just kind of revolving door with this project, but I'm very confident it will get built. It's gonna get there. Just kind of like patience and adjusting how it's going. A lot of members, but that's how it is. Then after that, talked to Guy for almost an hour about grouping and spacing on the landing page because we absolutely have to get the landing page up by the end of this week. We want to get it showing to people next week. So waiting on that. Got into some bubble stuff after. Was focusing on the availability feature, so adding availability, but ended up somehow in a rabbit hole of responsiveness for the dashboard. So that honestly led nowhere. I still did not get the dashboard really responsive, so the menu is still showing kind of like a block. Excuse me. But whatever. I don't expect businesses to really want to be scrolling on their phone for this. You pretty much need a desktop. So it's just something that'll happen. That'll be the case. Then in the afternoon, I had a couple onboarding meetings for three different members. Just kind of further explaining the project, the roles, what to do next, and just stressing, like ask me questions, please. Like I want them to be productive. I want them to know that I'm here for them and be 100% clear on what they have to do. So yeah, just stressing to them, but I think they're good. And I saw some work already in Figma, so good stuff. Uh, Next was, let's see. So then I was on a call again with Guy for landing page stuff, and for the landing page stuff, it's just there's a bunch of little items, and the grouping was exactly like what was going on. So if you're using Figma or if you do development, you have to group things properly logically. So Guy was not getting that properly, but we got through it. Then also just apply the design system to the landing page. So that was something that we still didn't do, but I think we're much better on that now. Then I got to cleaning up my emails. So one of the emails was one of the emails is from the customer on Friday. They had some concern about adding a credit card before using the platform. So for those that I pretty much try to mention the flow, but basically you have to add the card before you're able to go out, view profiles, and set up interviews. And that's to prevent companies from just interviewing and running off with a candidate. So we want to make sure that that doesn't happen. And also, if a company's serious, they'll be able to put on their card. So I explained to them, we don't store the card details. It all goes through Stripe. And then also you're not getting charged. So I sent them the email, and initially I was considering changing the whole flow because I'm like, okay, like he's worried, like let's do it, I need money. But it's an important part of the product, so gotta push back on them. And the latest answer was that he said okay, and just he wanted to review the services agreement. So gave him a link, which posted on the site, and his legals are reviewing that. Hopefully by tomorrow, we'll see what he does. And after that, but also with that, I did make a note to I would add an extra pop up to explain why we collect the card, because I guess that's something that other customers might have. So it's good product research that I'm getting right now. Then in the evening, so I went back to Bubble and was focusing on two things. So one is the availability still, and also the load times for profiles, because it was very, very slow before, like 15, 20 seconds even. So I'm pretty much done on that. So it went from, those 15, 20 seconds for profiles to instantaneous now. It's like you have profiles right away. The only thing that is slightly issue is filtering. So the filter, if you added a filter, it takes about 10 seconds to load, which is still a while. And I can't find a way to trigger the loading screen. So, for a customer, it might trip out. And filtering is going to be huge, so it's not like you could just kind of ignore that. So I'll look into it further tomorrow. And then on the availability front, I did add a side window now on the dashboard so they can see exactly the slots that an intern would see. The next step would just be to add a quick form to where they can add time ranges. And then, once they add a time range, I already have a back-end workflow that the system calls to create more time slots. But that's it. So, really busy day. Lots of communication with the project team and kind of getting people on board, but with a lot of non-work things this week, I gotta make sure I'm focused, and I'm confident we will accomplish a ton this week. So tell your friends if they want to watch 100 Days of Startup.